Yo, what up? If you want to order you some Starfield merch, just click the link down below in the description. Yo, what up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for dropping by, man. So I'm just about to dive right in, man, because we got some things to go over, and this just have been a crazy week, man. I'm talking about like wow, it's too much information, bro. It's way too much information. I can only touch on so many things, but the number one thing I would like to touch on is how the media is biased, how the courts of the CMA and the FTC is pretty much biased, and pretty much we already know protecting Sony. Come on, let's just call a spade, y'all. We ain't even gotta play around no more, man. Clearly, if somebody is bringing a PS5 to court, come on now, you protecting Sony, bro. Now, if I can recall, they weren't supposed to be protecting, companies. They supposed to be protecting the consumers, the gamers, And if you're protecting, Sony, you're protecting, a company. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out, when is somebody gonna step in and say, hey, this is supposed to be a competitive market. We are supposed to compete. That's what we're doing here, or we would not be in the gaming industry, right? That makes sense. So you bringing a PS5 to court, man? Come on now. Why are we still arguing about this? This should be through out of court, man. Just go ahead and push the deal through. Clearly, Jim Ryan have paid these lawyers under the table, paid regulators under the table. This jackass didn't even show up to court. He zoomed call to court. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm talking about lying, crying, snitching Ryan. Yeah, him. Didn't even show up to court. This man won a Zoom call, but they had Uncle Phil to pull up the court. Now make this make sense, people. And I've been trying to stay away from this whole entire CMA Call of Duty thing because I had bigger things to worry about, like all of these AAA bangers we got to go over. I don't have time to keep worrying about Call of Duty, something that Jim Ryan clearly wants to block, and the CMA wants to take his side because they want that bag, because they're greedy and they're grimy and they're shady. And we all know Jim Ryan is the biggest clown in the gaming industry. I don't even know how they can even take this man serious. Like, how y'all, this guy's a joke, man. Sony is the greediest company over there at Sony's front office. Then they got their little lion pony running around country to country, snitching on Xbox, talking about they're gonna take Call of Duty away. Now, clearly, Uncle Phil done signed 10-year deals with almost everybody in the gaming industry, and Sony keep refusing to sign it. Now, there are a few reasons why I found out why Sony have been giving back so much pushback. Now, a lot of you guys probably knew this, but a lot of people probably didn't. If once this deal go through, when and if this deal goes through, Sony will now have to pay Xbox 30% to make Call of Duty on PlayStation. That is the reason why Sony is so against this Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal. Because of 30%, they would have to pay Xbox, and it would hurt their little pride and ego because they are the market leaders. And they feel like, okay, the little brother that's in third place wants me to pay him to make a game. I'm disgusted. Sony is so like uppity and cocky. That disgusts them. They like, ew, like that is like nasty. Why would I pay you 30% and I'm the market leader? Like, for real, Sony feels tried. Jim Ryan feels tried. He feels insulted by Xbox. Did you know this jackass had the nerve to threaten Activision Blizzard? Clearly said, I'm not gonna send you, the development kit for PS6, for PlayStation 6, if you let Xbox buy Call of Duty. Now, I think that should have been something like a threat, because I don't think, why is that like blackmail or threatening or something like that? Doesn't that that's against the law or something like that? I don't think you're allowed to do that by law if you're under contract. They have marketing rights for Call of Duty. So how can you go back and threaten, Activision, and tell them I'm not going to even send you the development kit so you can even develop the game. And this ain't the first game they did that with. You know what I'm saying? They did this with Minecraft, from what I heard too, as well. They did this with Minecraft. So pretty much this is what they're doing. They want to promote their AAA bangers first, their first party games, and the games that they stole from Xbox, right? So they want to promote games like Let's Go Back in Time, right? For Spoken. So about around that time, I think they was trying to get the new Minecraft out. And the regulators and the FTC is like, yo, Xbox, what is up with this, man? Why they saying, right? Why are they saying y'all ain't making games for them? They saying that y'all not bringing the games out, updates and stuff like that. And Xbox and Uncle Phil is like, Sony ain't sending us, the development kits to make the game. Basically, they're behind schedule because Sony is self-sabotaging their own company. Because they're like I said before, they're shooting their own self in the foot. Like, this ain't good business, and I don't see how is this good for business if you're not sending development kits? Like, somebody make this make sense, bro. Like, how are you gonna tell us? You're gonna threaten us? Well, I'm not even gonna give you the right material to even build for the PS6 because you're selling Call of Duty off. Now, can we just please remind these idiots, these dodo birds, these bird brains, that Uncle Phil have signed 10-year contracts with a lot of cloud gaming services. Uncle Phil have signed a contract with Nintendo. Nintendo have just as many fans and subscribers and however many fan base that PlayStation have. So you're gonna have an extra 150 to 200 million people plus access to Call of Duty instantly, day one, when it drops. So technically, Xbox don't even need PlayStation. Now, do they want that PlayStation bag? Of course they do. Of course they want that extra 40 million, 50 million consoles playing on Call of Duty. Of course. But if it's finna go down like this out here in these gaming streets, and we got those Decepticons over there at Sony front office manipulating, blackmailing, boycotting, pretty much snitching. Do you know, I gotta bring this up. Do you know being called a snitch is the worst thing ever in the streets, in these gaming streets? So if you're a snitch, that's worse than anything. If you call somebody a snitch, bro, that is the worst thing you can ever call somebody in the gaming industry, bro. And Jim Ryan is that, a rat. You know what I'm saying? When he walks, you can see his tail coming out. So I mean, it's just like you can't miss it. He got his whiskers. He went from a pony to a rat. You know what I'm saying? So it just, man, it don't make any sense that we have all these media outlets, all these bloggers, vloggers, gaming sites, content creators, Twitter, the whole entire internet is against Xbox. Like, all we got, only the Xbox community can stand behind each other and make each other stronger so that everybody can start to believe in Xbox like they doing now. And that's what's making the ponies afraid, because they can actually see people are starting to believe in Xbox, because everybody like, wait a minute, time out. Did you see that showcase? Did you see PlayStation showcase versus Xbox showcase? Now, when it comes down to debating, now when we're gonna have a lot of debates once these AAA bangers start dropping day one in the Game Pass. I'm talking banger after banger after banger after banger day one. I'm talking about Xbox have been dropping bangers every month this year in the Game Pass, and it's about to get better. Now, when we have these discussions and we have to fight these ponies out here in these gaming streets, and they come at us with something like, oh, Xbox ain't got no games. What games y'all got? And they be like, we got Foam Stars. versus Starfield. Come on, man. How's that debate gonna go? I mean, we can give them Spider-Man, but technically they stole Spider-Man away. We could give them Final Fantasy, but technically they stole Final Fantasy away. You know what I'm saying? So all that's not adding up in court either, and I don't understand why the FTC is overlooking these things. Like, all these little exclusive backdoor deals Jim Ryan have been doing behind Xbox back, and Sony have been doing for years. Man, they put Sega out of business twice. So you know they're trying to knock Xbox off the map. That's why they was doing all these exclusive deals, and we already know it. But it's only us that's really highlighting these things, because the ponies are brushing everything under the rug right now, y'all. I'm just gonna be real. Ain't none of them talking about Final Fantasy blowing up their PS5s. Man, I've been seeing so much news come out. Oh man, my PS5 overheated. Maybe I need to clean it. Smoking. The fan just blew up. My smoke detector alarm just went off. I gotta call 911. Emergency SOS. Oh my goodness, everybody PS5 is overheating. Metacritic's pretending like they don't see it. They ain't deducting no points. Frame drops everywhere. Like I said before, the PS5, the remake station, frame drop, plastic box. You know what I'm saying? The build quality sucks on PS5, man. Everybody already know the controller's breaking. They don't stay charged long term. The PS5s are breaking, turn it off, and if you put it in the sleep mode, it might not wake back up. You just got all these issues and problems. On top of that, you got bad leadership with Jim Ryan. So, like, what we doing? So, are we really going to let these Decepticons continue to be the market leaders? Dude, Jim Ryan really deserves to be the market leader? Or do Uncle Phil Game Pass need to be the market leader? Like, really, like, who is a better leader at this point? I'm talking about just, like, mentally, like, stable. Like, I mean, just have a good roadmap, bringing value for the gamers, love gaming. He actually is a gamer. He actually is making moves out here in these gaming streets to bring us more value with Game Pass subscription services to television, mobile, tablets, consoles, PC, phones, Steam Decks, Rogue Allies. I mean, all these different places you can play Game Pass. And who knows if they're gonna, you know, hash out a deal with Nintendo to get Game Pass on Nintendo products or Apple, or, you know, do bigger deals with Android. Who knows in the future? You know, the sky's the limit, you know, for Game Pass. And I said this before, Xbox knew they weren't going to be able to out console, you know, the PlayStation, because the PlayStation already had the ball rolling. They had a good year with the PS4. They had a good generation, should I say, with the PS4, and they had to come out guns blazing, fighting back, man. All, you know, bets are off now. Clearly that we see that Jim Ryan is clearly against Xbox in every way, shape, or form. This guy's lying to everybody. This man is lying under oath. He's lying to everybody. He's lying to his own fan base. He's stealing from. This guy's only about money. He's not trying to bring y'all value. Why do you think they're gatekeeping and it's a price tag on everything with PlayStation, bro? I even heard this right here now. Now I don't know. Man, I really hope this ain't true. I heard that Spider-Man, you're gonna have to pay for photo mode to take pictures on Spider-Man 2. Nah, I don't know. If you gotta pay for a DLC or a extra little add-on, come on now, you can't stoop that low. But I know if they're on Instagram and things like that, like photography sites and stuff like that, and they've been seeing how creative these content creators are with Spider-Man, they're making money off these photos and stuff. They're probably getting jealous. And you already know Jim Ryan is greedy, he's grimy, he's shady, and he's a low down dirty dog snake. And you can't, he's not to be trusted, man. We keep trying to tell these ponies, and they keep getting their feelings hurt day in, day out. Like every time we tell these idiots and these dodo birds, man, stop believing in him. Why y'all trusting this dude? Like, clearly he don't care about y'all. Clearly he don't care, man. I don't think he care about himself. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this man worried about is that bank account. Why you think he didn't even show up to court, bro? He's being protected by the gaming industry. by the FTC, by the CMA. That's why Sony got him in charge, because he got, connects. That's just being real. You can clearly see this man got connects in the industry. So that's why they're protecting them. Gonna bring a PS5 to court. Man, stop the cap. We know y'all protecting them now, man. It in cold blood, they're protecting Sony. Man, ain't nobody finna play blind like we don't see that. Come on now, we see that. Final Fantasy blowing up people PS5s. Why they ain't talking about that? You don't hear no ponies talking about that. You see how they brush everything under the rug? Oh man, they had a celebration day one when it came out, but then they saying, oh man, everybody PS5 overheating. They done made 100 TikToks about it already. Man, it's to the point right now, man. I just really want to get back to gaming, man. I just want this deal to go through with this Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal, or hash it out and do however this deal goes. Whether it goes good or bad, bro, I'm just so sick and tired of it, because I want to get back to gaming. I want to focus on all of these AAA bangers coming down the pipeline. Indiana Jones, Perfect Dark, Hellblade 2. I'm hearing about a new Gears of War, Fable, Forza Motorsports, man. What is Contraband, Clockwork, what is it, South of Midnight or something like that. Oh my goodness, bro, the list just goes on. Is it Outer Worlds or something like that? Man, the list just goes on and on. And these ponies are capping Starfield, the biggest AAA banger of this entire generation. Did you know, before I go, did you know that Sony tried to make Starfield exclusive like they did, kind of like how they did with Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo? They were aiming, because they already knew this was going to be a generational game. This game should be just as big as any other AAA banger that ever came out. Starfield is supposed to be that big, and it's going to be on Xbox, Game Pass, PC ecosystem. You can't get it on PS5, and rightfully so, right? They done stole away Final Fantasy, which is a shame. Now I can't say. Sometimes we don't know if it's going to be exclusive. Is Final Fantasy 16 going to be exclusive or time exclusive? Nobody's allowed to say that until that contract is up. So a year or two, we'll know. But you're not allowed to say nothing. That's why I never knew if Ghostwire Tokyo was going to be allowed to come to Xbox or Game Pass, due to the fact that nobody's allowed to say anything. Even Xbox wasn't even allowed to say anything about one of the Call of Duties or something like that. And then Sony tried to actually make Call of Duty exclusive back in the day, but the deal didn't go through. But that's too bad. FTC ain't doing their homework, and they act like they don't see that. CMA act like they don't see that. But it's okay if Sony do it right, because they're the market leaders. Man, they gotta stop the cap, bro. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know who's gonna trust Sony after this, but it's gonna be hard to do business with them in the future, because they are so salty. The pony's so salty, the media outlets. And if the tables turn and the bottle spins more towards Xbox way, and Xbox revenue start going up, engagement start going up, the leadership, the market leadership, they start jumping closer and closer to that number one spot. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, is everybody gonna start bandwagon over the Xbox now? Because we don't want you. I'm gonna be real, because we got Uncle Phil and we the dream team, man. So we coming for that number one spot. Like I said before, man, Uncle Phil ain't messing around no more, man. All guns are blazing now. The Mr. Nice Guy act it's not here anymore. It's gone. It's time to come out swinging. Tyson and Ali. It's like time to fight back, because we're tired of these Decepticons over there at Sony locking down all of these exclusive games to a plastic box, and you're just pretty much trying to wipe Xbox off the map. And clearly we knew that, but for some odd reason, ponies and the media outlets and all these gaming journalists and all these channels and these bloggers and vloggers and Twitter and all this and Reddit and whoever else against Xbox. Nobody seemed to see that. They just blind when it comes to that. But as soon as Xbox make it exclusive, everybody come out their little rabbit hole, got something to say. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, man. Then they ain't talking about Final Fantasy, man. I can't stress that enough. These things are overheating left and right, blowing up people's PS5s. Do you think people got money like that? At times like this, hardest times is due to inflation. You think people got money like that to keep running out buying $600-$700, $1,000 PS5s over a busted game? You know what I'm saying? Over a buggy, broken game. It's gonna be final flop 16 if this keep it up. I'm telling you, I already heard the sales ain't doing all that hot, and now this ain't gonna make it no better. Square Enix was already crying about money. You know what I'm saying? They already trying to keep the lights on. See, the thing about Square Enix, they are falling into Sony trap. Sony wants them to go under so that they can buy them for cheap. So think about it. If I make you self-sabotage yourself and tease you with this little chump change that I'm going to give you, and I already know you got love for Sony because y'all been working with them forever and a day. And then you got the fanboys and opponents behind them telling them that they not doing nothing wrong, but their money is looking funny. So somebody ain't right. If Square Enix is flopping all over the place, come on now. But I'm just saying, man, I think I'm gonna leave it right there, man. And we're gonna dive into some more of this, man. I'm just I don't know what to think about this whole entire, Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal, man. Just let it go through already. Clearly, they done brought a PS5 to court. So we already know, come on now, it's some corruption somewhere. You ain't bring no Xbox to court. I'm just saying, they don't even know what Game Pass is, for crying out loud. They don't know what cloud gaming is. They don't know what nothing, man. It's like they're talking to a bunch of middle school people in the FTC. Like, none of them know nothing. Nobody did their homework. Uncle Phil got to break down and explain everything to these people. I mean, we got enough content creators out here talking about it, so I don't have to really go over it again, but we get the point. They are for Sony, they're for the blue team, and we for Xbox, we with the green team. And it's crazy that we are the only ones can see the corruption, and that's crazy, but that's just the way it is, man. I think I'm gonna leave it right there, man, but we're gonna continue to have some fun later. So make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, man. Click that notification bell, man, so you guys can be notified on all of the new latest and greatest news out here in these gaming streets, man. And if you'd like to jump into the Xbox ecosystem or the PC PS Plus premium ecosystem, just click the links down below or order some merch or donate to the channel. Thank you and peace.